Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Guthrie Public Schools Board of Education regular monthly meeting for Monday, July 15th, 2024. Roll call, please.
Husky.
Here.
Flagg.
Here.
Pearson. Here. Davis. Here. Gerard.
Here.
Smedley.
Here.
Schroeder. Madam Vice President, we have a quorum.
Please stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we begin our meeting, will you please join me for a moment of silence? Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 6, comments to the board by citizens registered to speak.
We have none.
Comments to the board by board members. Okay, number 7, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. Got a few updates. First of all, the summer project update, the boiler and chiller replacement at Central Elementary and the boiler installation at the high school is moving along and should be complete by August 1st. Minor renovations to the wrestling area at the high school will provide a better locker room situation for our female wrestlers. I walked through that today, and it's a work in progress, but it's going to be, let's be honest, this is a temporary fix, but it is something that will make it more palatable and a better situation for our young ladies that wrestle, and hopefully we can look to the future of a better solution with the bond election coming up. The next thing, the online student enrollment began last week, and it's going smoothly. Information's on the website, and if parents have any issues with that, they can call the technology department for assistance. We're working with our vendor Parent Square to have a solution for the electronic communications that complies with the new law, House Bill 3958. We had originally, we're going to try and have a contract on the agenda for tonight, but we will have a PO in place and begin work with them, and then we'll ask the board to approve that contract at the next board meeting. And so we want to try and get that online before we have the next board meeting, because we need it quicker than that. Summer meals have concluded. We've served 751 for breakfast, 3,845 for lunch. And when I looked at our numbers from last year, it's pretty much the same. Remember that those numbers dipped a little bit starting last year because the kids have to consume the meal in the presence of our staff at the site. It's not a grab and go like we had before due to COVID, and so that has curtailed some of that. And then a reminder to the board members that the OSSBA COSA conference is not far away. August 22nd through the 25th. Please visit with Samantha for registration. And I know that, I'm trying to remember, I think they have a really good, if I remember right, I've seen somewhere that they're going to have a really good keynote speaker, and I'll try and get some more information to you. And that's my report.
Thank you, Dr. Simpson. Agenda item number 8, Crossland construction update.
Guys, I was looking at this report, and all these pictures are about a month behind. So it's not a super accurate. This is a very accurate update to what it looked like a month ago. But we've gone really, really fast over the past couple months. If you look at the fourth page on here, we have the monthly growth pictures. And you can see from just, I think it was April 17th, we had just started setting our wall and we're complete with the entire structural system, and I expect by next month the building will be closed in. We will be complete. We'll start doing some interior drywall work. So we've moved very, deck is complete on the building. You can see it's only partially completed on the top. So the entire steel structure is done for the whole building. All of the interior walls have been framed for all the classroom rooms, and about the vast majority, I'd say 85% of the total building is interior walls completed. And for the next several months, it's really going to be MEP stuff, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, moving, along with just progressing with all their installation, and then drywall and interiors following after that. This picture at the front shows that there's part of our slab that wasn't poured yet. So all that's done. We have all the CMU block wall. The gym is well on its way to being complete. And on this the third page, you can see the yellow is glass going on the exterior. That has been completed for most of the building. All the classroom rooms are done. We've got water pipes on that. And we're inside the building now. Our next main goal, other than closing in the building and doing a little work inside, is making sure that we can transition back to when school starts next month. We can go to that parent drive in the summer so we can utilize it and start moving the fence back over, making sure we get some utility lines in that are in that area from school and old school. And we put together a good, I think, logistics plan with Dr. Simpson to really make sure that everything works well, not only for the rest of this school year, but also later on once we transition over and start doing the current school.
Questions, Elaine? One thing that I was going to mention to the board members, in preparation for the community forums and everything that come with the next bond election on August 27th, I was reviewing one of my old presentations, and as it came up, originally we were supposed to start construction on Cotterell in the spring of 25. Now, we've been able to accelerate that because of the growth in our net assessed valuation, and it's likely that we will be in that school in the spring of 25 because of the work that Lane and his team have done. But that is, when I kind of had remembered that, but then when I saw that presentation and I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh, wow, yeah, that's right. So, good stuff. Really good stuff.
Thanks, Lane. Okay, agenda item number 9, the consent agenda.
Madam President, I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 10, business agenda. 10A, recommendation, consideration, and action to approve Ms. Karma Walters as the authorized official for GPS to sign any federal claims for reimbursement from the State Department of Education.
It's an annual item that we bring for ratification, this one and the next one, for federal claims and for special education projects. Recommend approval.
Madam President, I move that we approve Ms. Carmen Walters as the authorized official for Guthrie Public Schools to sign federal claims for reimbursement for the State Department of Education.
We have a motion and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10B, recommendation, consideration, and action to approve Ms. Caitlin Sager-Smith as the authorized official for GPS to sign any special education reimbursement claims from the State Department of Education for projects 613, 615, 621, 623, 625, 628, 641, 642, and 643.
Madam President, I move that we approve Ms. Caitlin Sanger Smith as the authorized official for Guthrie Public Schools to sign any special education reimbursement claims from the State Department of Education for the projects listed on our page.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
State Department loves their projects.
Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10C, recommendation, consideration, and action upon contractual agreement with Sherry Fairchild and Morgan Kowalski. There you go. For psychoeducation and psychological evaluation services. Can you get all that out?
Pages 125 and 126 is this agreement in your packet. We are, Caitlin, we're down a school psychologist from last year, right? And not been able to find one. So we're going to have to use, we're going to have to contract for that. And so this is our backup plan to provide the services for those students. Recommend approval.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve the contractual agreement with Sherry Fairchild and Morgan Kowalski for psychoeducation and physiological evaluation services.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and second. Do we have any discussion? Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10D, recommendation, consideration, and action upon proposed transition room at Guthrie High School.
This, we bring this matter to you, part of the delivering the special ed services that we are now required by law to keep students if they want to stay until they're 22. And so creating a facility that can actually provide for them to transition hopefully into adulthood where they can be self-sufficient depending on their disability. That's part of the goal here. We're going to create essentially almost a little apartment out of a classroom. And I shared with the committee members when we first discussed this that in a previous district before I arrived here, we did a renovation at our high school and did act pretty similar to what we're talking about here. And it was a big thing for our kids and special needs. And then and most of this, in fact, Cody, I think all this is through either special ed money or fundraising money. Is that correct? Yeah. So I think this is going to be a good thing for our students, and you've got the diagram of where the classroom is on page 128, and then how the classroom will be configured on page 129. And I can tell you, I've talked to Ms. Benham about this at the high school, and she is beyond excited. Mr. T, is that a good way to put it?
Very accurate.
Yeah. So I think this is a good thing for our kids and a good thing for what we are able to provide for the community as well. So recommend approval.
Madam President, I move that we approve the transitional room at the Guthrie High School.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10E, recommendation, consideration, and action upon loan agreement with Child Nutrition Fund for 2024-2025.
This is an annual item that we bring at the start of the fiscal year in order for the child nutrition program to have startup funds, and we approve this, and then they pay the money back if it is needed.
Madam President, make a motion to approve the loan agreement with the Child Nutrition Fund for 2024 to 2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10F, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with Imperial Vending for snack vending for 2024-2025.
This is the annual renewal with our vendor for vending machines across the district. Recommend approval.
Madam President, I move that we approve the agreement with the Imperial Vending for snack vending for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10G, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with IXL Learning for 2024-2025.
This item is listed on pages 135 through 136 of your packet. We have been using this somewhat in the district, and we want to have an opportunity to use this across the board. And if we have any questions about the program other than what we spoke about in committees, Ms. Walters is available to answer those. Recommend approval.
Madam President, I move that we approve the IXL Learning for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10H, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with EduSkills for 2024-2025.
This is the vendor that we contract with to assist us with our EL students, locating them, and also getting the paperwork done and submitted to the state. There's just a small increase on the cost of this for this year, and recommend approval. And if there's any questions, Ms. Walters can be glad to answer them.
Madam President, I move we approve the agreement with EduSkills for 2024-25.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10I, recommendation, consideration, and action upon renewal with Infinite Campus, Inc. for Student Information System for 2024-2025.
You'll remember that we transitioned to Infinite Campus last year after a long time with what was then known as Wingage, now known as Syllogist. And I recommend that we renew this agreement. They have, I think we have really gotten comfortable with Infinite Campus, and I think it is truly a benefit to our district staff and students and parents, actually, with the parent portal as well.
Madam President, I move that we approve the renewal agreement with Infinite Campus for Student Information Systems for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10J, recommendation, consideration, and action upon activity fund handbook for 2024-2025.
Pages 141 to 178 are where this is listed, and the only changes, if I remember right, Dr. Chappell is adding a couple of activity fund accounts and then changing the things for the dates. Is that?
Yes, in class of 2028.
Yeah, the activity fund. Yeah.
Madam President, I move that we approve the activity fund handbook for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10K, recommendation, consideration, and action upon favor alternative school student handbook for 2024-2025.
Pages 179 to 207 are the red line for that, those changes, and Mr. Hancock reviewed all of those with Ms. Benson. Anything to offer, John, on this? There's not hardly any changes we're making, if I remember right.
No, one thing we both missed was just a counselor
Okay, so we need to make that in the motion? Okay. And the counselor, what's the name?
Vanessa and I, thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So we're just,
Approving the handbook with the change
With the change.
of listing the counselor that we hired for that position.
oh, okay. Madam President, I move that we approve the Favor Alternative School Handbook for 2024-25 with adding the new counselor, whose name is Vanessa Naya.
Okay.
Second. Got it.
Sounds good.
Close enough.
We have a motion and a second.
Teamwork.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 10L, recommendation, consideration, and action upon Transportation Department Employee Policy and Procedure Handbook for 2024-2025.
This is pages 208 to 231 in your packet, and there were some quite a few changes to this to update. It had not been really scrubbed in a while, and I think our transportation staff and Mr. Thompson did a great job of going through and making the changes necessary. I know Mr. Hancock was a part of that as well, and would recommend the changes as presented.
Madam President, I move that we approve the Transportation Department Employee Policy and Procedure Handbook for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 11, proposed executive session for the purpose of discussing employment of personnel, FMLA requests, resignation and separation from employment, and transfer of position requests, all as set out on the personnel reports, and teacher negotiations for 2024-2025, disclosure of which information would violate the confidentiality requirements of state and/or federal law, all pursuant to 25 Oklahoma Statute, Section 307B, 1, 2, and 7. Do we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
acknowledge the board's return to open session. Only items in agenda item number 11 were discussed in executive session and no notes were taken. This shall constitute the executive session minutes. Agenda item number 12, vote on action as set out on the personnel reports.
Madam President, I move that we approve the personnel reports.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 13, action upon recommendation of extra duty assignment for head girls basketball coach for 2024-2025.
Madam President, I would recommend that the board assign our extra duty head girls basketball coach assignment to Josh Smith, who's currently on staff.
Madam President, I move that we approve the extra duty assignment for Josh Smith for the head girls basketball coach for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item 14, recommendation, consideration, and action to accept any resignations offered since the posting of the agenda.
We have none.
Item 15, discussion and possible action on new business not known about or could not have been reasonably foreseen at the time of the agenda posting.
I have one item for new business. I'm passing you a memo from Mr. Hancock, a recommendation for a hiring that this discussion took place this morning, and I would recommend that we hire Mr. Curtis Fincham for a high school English teacher position at Guthrie High School. There is a strong likelihood that he will also garner some extra duty assignments as well. I would recommend his hiring.
Madam President, I move that we hire Curtis Fincham as the English position at Guthrie High School.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
We have no further new business.
Item 16, adjourned. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Husky.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.